Jennifer, welcome back to Between Two Flasks.
Thank you. So excited to be here.
We appreciate you taking the time. I learned recently that you, in fact, go by Gigi.
Yes.
Is that only for your friends? Are we friends?
We're friends. Of course we're friends.
Okay, I can call you Gigi?
You can call me Gigi.
I'm honored. You can call me Marilyn. I don't have a very fun nickname. So we are here today to talk about conferences. And I actually see that you have a little friend with you here today.
Oh, yes. I have this really nice pen. This is from the Graduate School of the University of Tennessee, so go Vols. And so I actually received this year when I attended the Abercam conference in Anaheim, California.
Wow. Okay, so let's just dive right in and talk about conferences. Tell me about Abercams.
Okay, so Abercam is the annual biomedical research conference for minoritized students. And so it's one of the largest professional conferences that hosts students from a variety of career and educational backgrounds. Mm-hmm. So this includes undergraduate students, post-bac students, graduate students, postdocs, and different administrators. And so this is just a great opportunity for them to not only present their research, but to network with various institutions.
So that's how you got the pen.
That's how I got the pen.
A little bit of networking.
Networking. I go around to all the booths. I see, check out the different giveaways they have. Mm-hmm. And so this one really stood out to me because I haven't seen a pen like this before. And so
I'm a
really
fan.
Cool.
It's really spicing up our Between Two Flasks already today. So tell me, why did you attend Abercams this year?
So I attended Abercams this year to recruit students for the UW and Fred Hutch Graduate School program, mm-hmm. specifically for the NCB program that stands for the Molecular Cellular Biology program.
That one always gets stuck in my mouth. Somehow Abercams rolls off the tongue, but molecular and cellular biology gets stuck.
Yeah.
So you were there kind of as an exhibitor, tabling, recruiting students.
Yes.
But you've been to Abercams before as well, right?
Yes. Actually, Abercams was my first conference that I attended as an undergraduate student back when, if I tell you the year, 2004, I'm telling my age a little bit, but I actually...
Nobody do the math. Nobody do the math. Do not disrespect Gigi like that.
So I actually attended the conference because I was a MARC student, which is a sponsored program by the NIH. And so I did a undergraduate, an REU, which is a research experience summer program at Notre Dame. And so through that program, I was able to present my research at Abercam. So,
wow,
yeah.
Gigi just knows it all. She's had all the experiences. She can tell us about all of it. So can you tell me a little bit about how your experience going to the conference differed when you were a student versus as an exhibitor, going sort of more in a staff role?
Okay, so as a student, it was a little nerve-wracking because it was my first conference, but everyone at the conference really made me really comfortable. It also gave me an opportunity to not only present my research, but to network with different graduate schools as I started to think about where I wanted to do my doctoral studies. Also, what was really fun is that I got to meet up with the students that I participated in the REU program. Mm-hmm. So we were spread out across the country, and so we were able to reconnect and then hang out and then
had
just
a little
share
bit
experience.
Of a reunion.
Yes,
strictly scientific reunion. I'm sure. No going out dancing.
Oh no, of course not.
Strictly scientific. So what was your main takeaway from visiting kind of those exhibit booths as a student?
To really sell yourself and then ask questions to see what is actually going to be the best fit for you. Yeah. And so although there are a lot of great programs out there, you really want to connect with what's going to work best for you as far as you matriculating through graduate school. Yeah. And so it was just a really great opportunity to kind of check out your different places and then meet some of the faculty members as well as some of the graduate students.
Yeah. And then Abercams is not the only sort of conference like this students can attend, right? There's one other conference called SACNAS, which stands for the Society for the Advancement of Chicanos, Hispanics, and Native Americans in Science. And this organization is really dedicated to fostering the success of these individuals in STEM careers, from college students all the way through postdocs and faculty. Have you ever been to SACNAS?
No, I've never attended SACNAS, but I would love to go.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to Abercams, where students come and get to do poster presentations, oral presentations. There's all kinds of different scientific sessions you can attend, and then also an exhibit hall. So when I attended the past 2 years, it was as an exhibitor, and I always recruit some of the top applicants to our summer program at Fred Hutch. So if you're at SACNAS, look for Gigi or I, and then apply to our summer program, please.
Yes, and don't be shy. Like, come and talk to us. We're very friendly. So.
And then there's also ACES, which is another conference sort of similar to Abercrombs and SACNAS. Do you want to tell us a little bit about ACES?
Yeah, so ACES stands for the American Indian Science and Engineering Society. And so it's a national nonprofit organization focused on substantially increasing the representation of indigenous people of North America and the Pacific Islands in science, technology, engineering, and math, so STEM, and studies and careers.
And do you have to be a student from a historically excluded or marginalized background to attend these conferences?
No, these conferences are open to all individuals, and so it's just a great opportunity for you to network with some of those individuals in those categories that are conducting STEM research.
So why don't we talk a little bit about attending these conferences and how you can make that work financially. I know SACNAS this year was in Puerto Rico, so flights were expensive, hotels were expensive. How can students afford to go to these conferences?
Okay, so if you're interested in going to a conference, you really don't want to worry about finances because you are a student and so you may not have the funds, but there are a number of different opportunities where you can apply for travel funds. And so these travel funds can be from the specific conference that you're attending or other outside groups. And so also another thing is to look at your principal investigator or your PI. And so usually they will have funding. And then also institutions that have T32s usually have funding for their students to attend at least one annual conference a year.
And a T32 is a National Institute of Health funded training grant that supports students at that institution.
Yes.
Awesome. I'll also mention that if you are a summer undergraduate research program or a SERP intern alumni, we actually have a scholarship for our alumni that pays for them to go to conferences. So there might be perks like that at your institution or your summer program as well. Okay, so it sounds like if you want to attend a conference, there's definitely ways that you can get funding to do so, which is awesome. What about some tips to make the most of attending a conference for a student?
Okay, so you really want to go to the plenary sessions. And so these are sessions that are dedicated to different topics and they may be related to your research or not. And even if they're not related to your research, you may find out some good techniques that you could use in your potential research. Also, this is really a great opportunity to network with PIs. And so as an undergraduate student, you really want to get involved in summer research. So this is an opportunity for you to find summer research. And as a more senior student, this is an opportunity to explore graduate programs. Also, because they have an exhibit hall, they do have a number of industry companies that are there. And so there's a lot of new technology that's going on. So you may find some great technology that you can use in your research. And then it's just a great opportunity to network with other students that have the same interests as you.
Yeah, definitely. And those exhibit halls also have people like me that are recruiting for summer internships. So if you're a younger undergraduate looking for your next opportunity, you can learn about it then. There's also a lot of folks hiring for post-bac opportunities. So if you're kind of in between, graduating and trying to figure out what to do next, maybe you can go check out some post-bac opportunities too.
And then just as you are preparing for the conferences, you probably want to just have like an elevator pitch. Like what can you tell an individual that you're networking with about yourself and what you're interested in? And this is also a great opportunity to have informational interviews if you can.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about this whole elevator pitch. How long should it be? What should you cover? Do you want to hear when I was born and where I was born and what my favorite color is and what my favorite food is and when my grandmother died?
No.
Probably not?
No.
If I said that to you on an elevator, it'd make you uncomfortable?
Probably.
Okay, good to know.
So the elevator pitch is going to be about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. And so you really just want to introduce yourself, talk about what you're interested in, what you're currently doing, and then what your future goals are. And then how you can see their program or this group playing a role in you achieving your future goals.
That's a key piece, right? To get people interested in continuing a conversation with you and to also indicate that you've thought pretty strategically about how you can fit into their research group or how working with them will help you advance your career, your next steps. So we've talked a lot about these 3 conferences, Abercrombs, ACES, and SACNAS. Are those the only conferences that students can go to, or are there other opportunities to attend conferences as well?
No, there are other opportunities to attend conferences as well, and some of them may be more discipline focused, such as AACR, which stands for the American Association of Cancer Research. And so I've attended that conference in probably about 5 different times. And so this was just a great opportunity for me to not only share my research, but then this is an international conference. So you're getting to know individuals that are conducting research across the world.
And there's lots of conferences like that, like you just mentioned. AACR is kind of the biggest one, but AACR has also sort of more narrow ones like AACR Health Disparities. I've been to that conference numerous times, and then there's tons of other discipline-specific conferences that students can attend as well. And I think the funding for those is pretty much the same too, right? So most of those have travel scholarships available to students. If not, talk to your institution or your faculty who may have funding for you to attend.
Yes, and then again, as Marilyn mentioned, if you participate in a summer program, a lot of those programs have funding. So make sure that you ask your program sponsor about that.
Great. So I'm ready to go to a conference. Are you ready to go to a conference,
Oh,
Gigi?
I'm ready to go to a conference.